Om Shanti, English Avyakt versions, 3rd of February 1972. It is said of the Father that those who know Him as He is and what He is can attain all attainments. In the same way, do you know yourself as you are and what you are? Do you know and accept yourself in this way and conduct yourself accordingly throughout the whole day? Just as it is necessary to know the Father in all His forms and in all relationships, it is also necessary to know the Self in the same way through the Father. To know means to accept. What will your stage become if you continue to move along accepting yourself as you are? You will become bodiless whilst in the body, avyakt whilst in the vyakt form, an angel whilst walking and moving around, and karmatit whilst performing karma. When you very clearly know and accept yourselves, then such souls can never fluctuate in following the disciplines. To know the disciplines means to follow the disciplines. The disciplines automatically remain with those who accept and follow all the disciplines. They do not have to think whether something is a discipline or not. For those who stabilize themselves in the stage of the self, whatever actions they perform, whatever words they speak, and whatever thoughts they think become a discipline. You saw that whatever the Sakar form performed while remaining in self awareness, they became the disciplines for the Brahmin family. How were those disciplines created? Whatever happened through Brahma Baba became the disciplines for the Brahmin family. By staying in the awareness of the self, all actions become a discipline, and recognition of the time constantly remains very clear in front of them. Senior officers know the whole plan and they keep it in front of them while conducting their activities. In the same way, pilots and ship's captains have their own plans through which they can know the path clearly. Similarly, those who know themselves automatically follow the disciplines and recognize the time very clearly. Throughout the day, they are aware of what they are. Throughout the day, they are aware of what they are as they are. It is remembered whatever actions I perform, others who see me will do the same. So, whatever actions are performed by those who know themselves, those actions will become disciplines. Everyone who sees them will follow them. You should have such a stage constantly. In the first stage, you have to make effort, you have to think at every step whether something is right or wrong. But when you stay constantly in the awareness of the self, then it becomes natural and there is no need to think about it, as you could never perform any action without the disciplines. In the Sakar form, because of being in the intoxication of the self, he could say with authority that even if he performed a wrong action, that would also be put right. He had that authority. How did he have such authority? With the intoxication of the self, by staying in the awareness of the form of the self. You have the intoxication that none of your actions can be wrong. Everyone should have such intoxication number-wise. Can those who followed the Father not create this stage? You will follow this one, will you not? He is the first soul in the Sakar form. Whatever was demonstrated by the first soul as an instrument, the second and third souls can follow him number-wise in all aspects. The question of the incorporeal form is a different matter. Whatever Baba demonstrated as an instrument in the corporeal form can be followed by everyone number-wise according to effort. This is known as having full faith in the intellect for the self. Just as your intellect has 100% faith in the Father, together with that faith in the Father, you also need to have that much faith in the self. How much intoxication do you have for the stage of the self? Just as Baba became an instrument in the Sakar form, and demonstrated every action as a discipline. So, you children have to follow the Father. In the same way, in a practical form, do you have such a stage? If the train is running accurately along the track, there is faith that there will not be an accident, and if you continue to drive it free of care in the same way, if you have the intoxication of the awareness of the self, then you cannot perform actions or have thoughts that are not within the disciplines. Such a perfect stage is coming close now. By stabilizing yourself in this stage of self respect, there cannot be any arrogance. The more you maintain your stage of self respect, the more humility there will be. This is why such souls will not have any arrogance. Victory is guaranteed when you have faith. Victory will be merged in every action. That is, if your every action is like a discipline, then victory is guaranteed. Check yourself to see how close you are to this stage. When you come close, a number of others can also come close. Day by day, you must be experiencing such transformation. To have something verified and to give regard is one thing, but to have faith in the self and to ask others is a different matter. Whatever actions such souls perform, they will have faith. The Father also gives regard to the children and advises them. Check to see how close you have come to such a stage. Then you will not have the thought, I don't know whether this is right or wrong. That thought will finish because you are master knowledgeful. You must never lack intoxication of the self. According to the disciplines, whilst interacting with others, you should give regard to them. You saw such a stage in the sample. To follow the things you have seen in the Sakar form is easy, is it not? So you are coming close to the stage of being equal, are you not? So now you have to make elevated and deep effort, not ordinary effort. Ordinary effort is that of childhood, but now for special souls it has to be special effort. Om.